Alright, before we even get into today's video, go ahead and hit that like button real quick, subscribe if you haven't already, and drop a comment just saying hi or literally anything so the video wakes up in the algorithm. And if you're watching on mobile, which most of y'all are, don't forget you can swipe on the little comment bar and hype the video. Swipe left once or twice until the hype button pops up and then just tap it. It helps so much you honestly don't understand how big of a difference it makes for small creators. If you have the hype feature, please hype the video. You'll basically be giving this video superpowers while you're watching it. Okay, now let's talk because today is actually huge, like history book, huge. So I woke up this morning thinking it was a normal day in pop music, right? I open my phone, scroll maybe 2 seconds, and then boom, I see Cocona from XG trending everywhere. And at first I thought it was just because it's their birthday. But no, Cocona came out. They came out publicly. And not only that, the way they came out, the honesty, the emotion, the timing, the message, everything felt so raw and personal that it literally shook the entire internet. And I'm gonna be real with you, I am so proud of them, like genuinely proud. XG has been my quote-unquote global group favorite for a long time. No shade to Cat's Eye or Girl Set, I like them too. But XG musically is just on a different level, and they've been working for years. You can hear that in their music and their growth. So seeing one of their members live so openly, so boldly this early in their career, it honestly made me emotional in the best way. And the fact that Cocona didn't just drop a little vague note or a one sentence, hey by the way, no, they gave a full message, straight from the heart. And I'm gonna read that message right now because their words matter, and they deserve to be heard exactly the way they wrote them. Hi, this is Cocona. Today I turned 20. As I reach this new chapter in my life, I wanna share something that's been in my heart for a long time. I am a female at birth, transmasculine, non-binary. Earlier this year, I had top surgery. I was born and perceived as female, but that label never represented who I truly am. I live in a way that feels more masculine and true to who I am. The hardest thing I've ever faced was accepting and embracing myself. But as I slowly began to do that, I was able to open a new door. That moment changed the way I see and understand the world, and it gave me the courage and strength to grow. Now I can finally say, there's nothing wrong with who I am inside. I was only able to come this far because of the people who listened and stood by me. My members, Simon-san, and my parents. I'm truly grateful for this path and for every miracle that brought us together. This message turned out a bit long, but I just want to say thank you for walking beside me and for supporting me all this way. I'm so excited for the future we'll continue to create together with XG and XYALX. May these words gently light a spark in someone's heart. And to everyone who needs it, may my love reach all of them. With love, always. Then they clarified their pronouns with another message to fans. If it's English, I'm happy if it's they, them, or he, him. In Japanese, chan, kun, and san speak to all kinds of people regardless of gender, so it's not that complicated to make it easy for everyone to call. That is, honestly, one of the cleanest, calmest, most thoughtful coming out posts I've ever seen from any public figure, especially an idol. And what really got me was the mix of courage and softness. Like they weren't trying to be dramatic or force a moment, they were just telling the truth because it was time. And I can't lie, I kept rereading the part that said, there's nothing wrong with who I am inside. That hit me deep. That is a sentence people spend their whole lives trying to believe. And Cocona is out here saying it on their 20th birthday, fresh into adulthood, while being in one of the biggest global pop groups right now. That's strength, that's power, that's healing. And I hope someone out there who's struggling sees this and feels even a little bit less alone. Now, we need to talk about why this is so huge in context, because when people hear idol, they think K-pop, right? Even though XG is Japanese-based and global-focused, people still judge them under K-pop rules. And those rules, they do not play about gender conformity, and I'm just gonna be straight with you. If Cocona had been under a Korean company, especially one of the big ones, none of this would have seen daylight until maybe 8 years later when they retire and drop a memoir. That's just facts. A lot of idols hide so much of themselves because the industry doesn't allow space for anything outside the expected image. So the fact that XGalax let Cocona be real, that's already groundbreaking. But here's the part that's stressing me. In a very real way, I'm worried about the Japanese and Korean fandom reaction, and I know some of y'all have seen it too. Because already, online, the conversation is loud. The good part is really loud too. So many people celebrating, so many people saying they're proud, so many people sending love. But on the other side, we're seeing the typical expected negativity. Comments like, why join a girl group, or why now, or stuff way more disrespectful and misinformed than that. And honestly, I predicted that. I don't like it, but I expected it. Some people don't understand gender at all, and some people just hate anything that challenges their worldview. But what matters is that Cocona isn't alone. Not with the support they have from fans, from their members, from their company, from their parents. That means everything. And let me add this, because it's so interesting to see. Now people are joking that XG is technically a co-ed group. And honestly, the jokes are low-key funny. People are posting like XG isn't a girl group anymore. They're the first Avengers level co-ed group, an all-day project meeting their enders. Like, y'all are wild. The jokes are hilarious, but also, it's kind of true now. XG really is just a global group, not a girl group, which to be honest fits them perfectly. They've always had this gender-bendy, androgynous, no-rules vibe. Their styling, their music, their attitude, XG never sat neatly in a box. And now they fit in the global label even more naturally. And something that's been brought up a lot in other people's videos is the reality of being trans in Japan. A lot of people outside Asia don't understand how intense the laws and social attitudes can be. Japan only recently changed the law around sterilization for legal gender recognition, like literally just a couple months ago. And that tells you so much about what Cocona is navigating by being open about who they are. It's not just, oh cool, a celebrity came out. No, this is someone standing up against a culture that's still very strict about gender roles. And they did it anyway. Not quietly, not secretly, but fully. With scars shown, with identity named, with peace in their voice. That's brave on levels most people can't even imagine. And then let's talk about XG as a group for a second, because I know some people are wondering what this means for them. Honestly, nothing negative. If anything, it might make them stronger. They've always presented themselves as boundary-pushing, fashion-forward, future-leaning. They blur styles, genders, genres, everything. Cocona's identity doesn't break the group image, it fits it. And if the group decides to naturally weave Cocona's identity into future styling or concepts in ways that feel right, that could actually push the whole global conversation forward. Not force it, but let it be there. Also, real quick, can we acknowledge how advanced Cocona's language is? A female at birth, transmasculine, non-binary, these terms aren't even commonly used in Japanese. They're English terms because Japanese often doesn't have direct equivalents. That alone shows how carefully and intentionally they were choosing words to express themselves. You can feel how long they've been thinking about this and how much they wanted to get it right. And I've been reading responses from Western fans too, and a lot of them are excited in this very emotional way, like, this is gonna change things. This is a big moment for transmasc visibility. This could shift conversations in Asia. And honestly, it could. Representation hits differently when it's happening in a place where people rarely get to see it. And I want to talk about something else that people are missing. Cocona didn't owe us this, at all. They didn't have to say anything. They didn't have to show anything. They didn't have to open up. They chose to share. They chose honesty over comfort. They chose truth over safety. Because let's be real, coming out publicly as a trans idol is not safe. It's not career safe. It's not reputation safe. It's not mentally safe. And yet, Cocona did it anyway because living authentically mattered more. That says so much about their character. Now, I also want to talk to the trans and queer supporters who are watching this, because I know some of y'all felt this announcement in your chest. I've seen the posts like, I didn't expect to cry today, and Cocona gave me courage, and seeing someone like me in a group like XG means so much, and that's exactly why this moment matters. Even if people who don't get it try to downplay it, even if haters yell for a few days, even if some people misunderstand or misgender for a while, what matters is that someone who needed to see this saw it. And honestly, I'm just hoping the Japanese media handles this with care, because we already know how celebrity scandals get blown out of proportion there, and this shouldn't be treated like a scandal. This is a life. This is identity. This is self-love. And I hope every article and every TV segment handles it respectfully. And I hope Korean netizens chill out a little too, because the comments are already wild in the worst way. It's like some people just want a reason to be upset, but that's their problem. Cocona living truthfully is not hurting anybody. And I want to add something that someone else said online that stuck with me. This doesn't stop trans people from existing. And that's real. People can scream online all they want. It won't erase anyone. If anything, it just proves how necessary visibility is. Now, before I wrap things up, I want to bring the energy back to something positive. Today is Cocona's birthday, their 20th birthday. They started this new chapter by saying, here I am, this is me. And that's something to celebrate. So if you're watching this right now, I want you to comment always with you Cocona at the end of this video so I know you stayed the whole time. And also so we can flood the comments with love. And again, real quick before you go, hit the like button if you haven't, subscribe if you're new here, comment something supportive, and seriously, if you're on mobile, swipe to hype the video. Since you're already watching this on the YouTube app, you don't need to do anything extra. Just stay right here, swipe left on the little comment carousel, and the hype button should pop up. Tap it. That's literally it. You don't know how much it helps. Small creators need that boost, and y'all hyping this one video means more people will see Cocona's story today. All right, that's it from me. Happy birthday to Cocona. I'm proud of them. I'm proud of XG, and I'm excited to see where this takes all of us. If you watch to the very end, comment always with you Cocona, and I'll see you in the next video.